Here's what's new in NBA 2K25.
In Rumble on the K this weekend, transport yourself to an island of cool waves and hot competition.
Win by reaching 21 in 3v3 action, or, and this is what makes the event special, get up by 8 points and the game is yours.
Yep, you better keep your game consistent or you could take that early L.
Wah, wah.
Teams that are trailing will also receive a boost to make it more challenging for the leading team.
Enjoy this unique competition, amazing location, and double rep all weekend long in the event.
Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
The WNBA season is tipping off May 16th, and if you haven't already, it's a great time to check out the W.
Absolutely. There's new features, new...
Motown, Detroit. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to now New York starting five. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Smooth in at the three, the small forward. And for Detroit, Cunningham in at the point with Beasley. There in the backcourt. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Durant. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. All eyes on this contest tonight, Doris, as these two squads duke it out for playoff positioning.
Brian, good teams know who their competition is. And when that happens, even in a regular season game, the quality of competition and the intensity gets immediately ramped up. And guess who gets to benefit from that? You and I.
And here are the Knicks. Left side, Brunson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Hey, you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
Poke loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And with spring cleaning in full swing, let's check out the current power rankings. Taking a look at the Clippers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top five.
Seeing where the Knicks are, they've been such a welcome surprise. Not many people thought they could be this good, but they continue to relish the role of underdog.
Now here's Beasley. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Shot clock at 3. Here's Thompson. Banked it in off the glass.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Brunson against Cunningham. From 8 feet. And Brunson gets it to go.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And it's Detroit with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. Here's Beasley. And rejected.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Cunningham passes to Beasley. Nice D from Bridges.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Smooth. Defended by Thompson. Smooth, no good. And Harris has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. 6-point game. Beasley outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
To snap the cold streak. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
They get it again. The shot's good by Hart.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Detroit calls timeout. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
That was a tremendous all-around game. Their intensity was there, and their production was right there along with it, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Holland. Back to Schroeder. 4-3. Kept alive. Stewart. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Ivy against Anunoby. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
To the middle. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Outside McBride. Outside Achua. There's 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Holland. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Anunoby against Ivy. Looking to end the run. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It's so tough to contain Ivy's young athleticism. He goes right at the defense hard and gets the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Ivy taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Ivy.
And how can you not be excited about Ivy's potential? You can tell he wants to keep getting better.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Anunoby on the wing. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's Payne. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so it's the New York Knicks in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back after this word. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Marcus Smart, and it's Duren in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And every team is looking for length on their roster.
Yeah, the reason, BA, is because of the quality and skill of shooting. Guys are coming across half court, and they can shoot the basketball at 35 feet. The reason you need length is there's more area to cover. Increasingly, Brian, it's getting harder and harder to play as an undersized guard in this league. You can see the work Jalen Brunson has put into his game. Boy, the three-point stroke has really come a long way.
Here's Thompson. Fassi pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Towns. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Come on, guys. Check out the tenacity. There's no back down in this fellow whatsoever.
Smart looking around. That one's off. Still out of sync. New York leading by 20. Outside Hart. To the wing, right side. Here's Brunson. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat-out take over. This is impressive.
Now here's Thompson. Harris right side. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Back to Brunson. The 3 is up. And the Knicks have another 3.
I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Detroit calls timeout. Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, B.A. His career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Celtics put on a show. He tallied 21 points, and he did his work from both the floor and the free throw line. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
2 minutes
Good
remaining
stuff,
in the
Allie.
first half.
Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
Pass to Smooth from outside the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Here's Beasley. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Bridges against Ivy. His first shot coming late, and he makes it.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
From 13. Second chance shot, and Duren lays it in.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 19-4 run. Here's Brunson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
That one on Duren.
First team foul.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Brunson. Jalen Brunson. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brunson.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. OG Anunoby's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Bridges. Both free throws good from Brunson.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches a point guard position as a scorer. And boy, this guy can light you up.
Cunningham looking it over. And a foul called on the way out. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal
And make no
foul.
mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right read and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. He put together 10 points.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Pistons 9, the Knicks 37.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
On the floor for New York, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Josh Hart. And it's Smooth in at the 3.
Boy, Malik Beasley, known as a pure scorer, but how about the setup of his teammate right there? That's a pretty pass.
Here's Smooth. Following the score by Detroit. Can't hit that one. Thompson against Bridges. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Goes up at the stripe. The Knicks with the rebound. Hart's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. You said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line. He just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Alley.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
Hart from long range. The Pistons clear it. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And it's Cunningham missing.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Offensive rebound. The shot by Towns, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that.
And what a read there from Cunningham. Showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Here's Smooth. He's got 5. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Good work there as it goes. Smooth's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Brunson against Cunningham. And it's Brunson with the rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Smooth. The 3. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Thompson, no good. New York has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Smooth, defended by Thompson. Smooth shot is good.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Harris on the wing.
2 minutes.
6 to shoot. Hard with the defensive effort. The Knicks have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Outside Brunson. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Towns. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Detroit. Ooh, Beasley has an open look. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Beasley. Pass to Smooth. Three-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Cunningham against Brunson. Cunningham passes to Thompson. To win the drought. Here's Duran. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Oh, stolen by Harris. To the inside. Pass to Cunningham. And here's Beasley. Second chance effort, and the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it. He got to the ball just a moment late.
"15 seconds left in the third. Ivy against Anunoby. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Stewart. From deep three-point land. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Knicks out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch.
Substitution on the floor.
Cunningham comes in for Fontecchio. They've got Dennis Schroeder, Isaiah Stewart out there with Jaden Ivey. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up. And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Detroit has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Cunningham passes to Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Making the most of a second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. New York has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Here's Smooth, covered by Schroeder. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Knicks.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
They had their number all year long. That 4-0 record says it all. They had the advantage in every crucial area.
And what a huge performance it was for Smooth.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
Smooth shot is good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Oh, nice step back to create some space.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
Here's Smooth. And count it.
And they came in here with some attitude and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Great choice. That's a difference maker. Yeah, there you go. That'll definitely help. Great choice. That's a difference maker.
Fans of fast-paced basketball will want to check into the W and W Online in NBA 2K25.
Yeah, whether you want to play quick games, an entire career, your own My WNBA, or compete in 3v3 online matchups, there's a ton of fun waiting for you.
Want to build a My Player and establish a legacy? The W is your path to championships and becoming the greatest.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Look at Cleveland's starting group. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Hunter in at the three, the small forward. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Smooth in at the small forward. Brent, this should be a very intriguing matchup. Both these teams feature some very athletic players.
Well, if we get out in transition, Kevin, there's definitely some top 10 moments that are going to come up. A bunch of high flyers on both of these rosters. And we expect to see a lot of airtime from these players tonight.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Jalen Brunson drops the miss. Now the Knicks with it. Here's Smooth. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Now Hunter. His last outing, 16 points for him. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Got to be aware of Hunter, especially when he gets up at the rim. That guy's got some size.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. He feels like Darius Garland is the key to that offense. Coach said not many people can stay in front of Garland when one is so shifty. So the rotations defensively have to be decisive and quick. And at the other end, we want to force him to work defensively. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Up again. And the second chance effort by Hunter. Hunter's got his second bucket of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all not good.
The shot's good from Brunson.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Rallying survey, Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star. What a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Garland against Brunson. Garland kicks to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Count that one for Mobley.
And the ever-growing confidence of Mobley inside. He knows that these are shots he can make consistently.
Now, here's Hart. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Smooth, that's good.
And Hunter likes to get in a rhythm early.
The Cavaliers trail by 4.
Knicks lead.
Pass to Mobley.
6.
Pass to Garland. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Good on the shot. It's got 8 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now. Just right. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Josh Hart. OG Anunoby's checked in for Smooth. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. Then for the Cavaliers, Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Okoro comes in for Hunter. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. You know, Brett, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court, and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Now, here's Anunoby. Isaac Okoro missing his last shot. Anunoby passes to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
The swing intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Now, here's Mitchell. With 25 points last game. No good. Shot missing. Brunson outside. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big league.
If I was making up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They've ranked the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Merrill, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. The layup missed.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The shot's good. Brunson's got 8 points.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
And there's the pass to Barnes. Lobbed up there for Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Assist from
and HB getting way up that time.
New York leading by 12. Takes it from 10. The kick out to Anunoby. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Brunson. He's got 10.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Here's Jerome. To the middle. Just 3 on the clock. Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He got the double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly.
8.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Harrison Barnes is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Garland. Then there's Allen. And it's Jerome in at the 2-guard spot. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Well, smooth in the last game against the Pistons. Superb on the floor. He scored 25 points, and all game long he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they're going to keep it going tonight.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on, and there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Smooth, that's good.
How many times have we seen the possession take that from them today? With the basket coming off of
12. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Knicks I do. It's been well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across the earth.
Now, here's Garland. Elbow shot. It's rebounded by Towns.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find plays. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
A lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Smooth. Lets it fly. And it's Mitchell missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Takes the 13-footer. And he could not get that one to go. On contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
There might not be a guy with more heart than Carl Anthony Towns.
At the line,
From his words,
two shots.
Holding a very comfortable.
That's the end of the first half with a score. The Knicks, 55. The Cavaliers, 30.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
First team foul.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Carl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart.
Two shots.
Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Smooth in at the three. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the rim.
Smooth misses. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. When Donovan Mitchell is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Bridges against Mitchell. No good on the three. The Knicks leading by 21. And he hunts it down.
Number 43.
Talk about 3-and-D with Bridges, but he passes it too.
57.
And in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Garland looking it over. Pass to Allen. Inside. Here's Mobley. And he overshot that one, missing. New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. On the wing, Bridges. Right around a minute and a half. Played here in the third quarter.
Mikal Bridges.
One tough
Knicks
customer.
lead,
Bridges
59.
fighting for the basket and close.
Garland against Brunson. Here's Hunter. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got his third assist on the night.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Towns, the pass to Smooth. Dishes it to Bridges. Ball's knocked loose. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Both free throws good from Smooth. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Garland kicks to Mobley. Now, here's Hunter. Not a lot of room. Mobley against Hart. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Off target with the open look.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
They get it back. The Cavaliers shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Outside Garland. Loads it up there for Mobley. And now the
2
Knicks on the
minutes
break.
remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Drills the three-pointer. Hunter's got 11 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Pass to Towns. Brunson outside. Pass to Smooth. And he drops it in from the low post. Smooth's got 6 points in the quarter.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Timeout called for your Knicks.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Pass to Tyson. Barnes with it. Here's Tyson. Shot clock at 6. Barnes outside. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. 44 seconds left to play on the field.
A timing play, but it helps to have a leader like Mitchell Robinson.
39.
Outside Garland.
Substitution on the court.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The score breakdown for New York.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And I feel like there's been an old-school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in at the 2.
And just because he might not be as big as some of the other guys that are on the floor, it doesn't dissuade him from getting in there and playing fearlessly on the glass.
And the pass to Bassi. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Smooth. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Mobley. That one, no good. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Smooth. Hangs in midair and completes on a double clutch layup.
Making every effort to win this game.
56.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it. And we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They
Checking in with the community and getting tips on how to better your game is what we do best here at 2KTV.
And today we have former pro player and content creator Yay Not Gaming. He has so much knowledge to share. We're so excited to have you on the show today. So tell me about when you started to play NBA 2K.
So I got into NBA 2K back in high school. I want to say 2K7. I will end up being one of the best players in the school, so they had me play against people with other schools.
Thanks for joining 2K Sports for NBA action this Sunday afternoon. In this one, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the New York Knicks. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Now, New York starting five. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smooth in at the three, the small forward. And for the Nets, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Martin in at the three. After this final game of the regular season, for some, a chance at postseason glory. For others, maybe like you, Grant, working on their golf game.
Exactly. And I know you're always working on your swing too, B.A. But personally, I can't wait for the postseason. Nothing like the excitement of playoff basketball.
Now here's Thomas. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Martin. And he gets the bucket.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
From deep, Johnson. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
When you have a shooter like Cam Johnson, you're running that play with confidence.
Here's Brunson. Yep, that one goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Russell. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There's a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
The Knicks have gone 3-3 so far from the floor. Here's Smooth. Hits the three-pointer. Smooth's got 5 now.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Thomas against Bridges to stop the run. And it's finished off by Russell as he lays it in.
Just willing that one in. That's a tough shot there by Russell.
Brunson passes to Smooth. From the high post. Rebounded by the Nets.
You knew eventually they were going to miss one. At least you hope.
Outside Russell. Pass to Johnson. And stolen by Brunson. Here's the break.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
These are his first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Some changes for Brooklyn. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Johnson. And Williams is subbed in for Martin. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Thomas against Bridges. Thomas misses.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Hart can't hit. Nets trail by 6. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce. We had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez.
He got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt pad selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Melton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Russell.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. Watford, right side. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. The shot by Watford, no good. New York with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist from Anunoby. Brunson's gotten his second bucket.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
In for Bridges. Every team in the new NBA wants to be on this list. The sharpshooters from three-point range. New York, number 1.
Having the shooters they have, the best three-point shooting team in the league, it opens up the whole court by stretching the defense out.
And the Nets miss again. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
For a number of reasons, depth seems to become more important every year.
Here's Johnson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Precious Achiuwa picks one up. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Keon Johnson. At the line, 2 times.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Johnson drops them both. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Pass to Achiuwa. Out to the right wing. Right side McBride. Back to Achiuwa. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brunson. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good enough.
Now here's Melton. McBride covers. And here's Melton. No points yet. Shot is up. The shot comes out. And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter up 10. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows? But they're already in a great position to win this one.
On the floor for New York. They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the dead spot, manning the middle.
Thomas is electric. He always makes things happen when he's on the floor.
Well, Richard, as we've seen, sometimes all a player needs to prosper is a change of scenery.
Well, no doubt, B.A. One of the biggest deciding factors in being successful is how you fit into a system and how you fit in with the players around you.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Martin. No good that time. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks leading by 11. Anunoby on the wing. Fires from the corner. And it's New York with another.
Assisted by Josh Hart.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Russell to pass to Thomas. And he sinks the 11-footer. Thomas has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, Cam Thomas is a very comfortable mid-range shooter.
And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all three levels. He is as confident as they come.
Oh, and Johnson with a block. Russell with the ball. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Claxton passes to Russell. Over Payne. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 11. Here's Anunoby. And it's Martin with the rebound. Bridges against Thomas. They grab their own miss. Claxton can't get it to go. For New York, they've got 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Anunoby passes to Hart. Here's Payne. Can't get it to go. Making him 0 for 2. And the Nets shooting a poor 25% for this game so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Right?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. The offensive rebound.
Well, Bridges isn't the biggest guy, but he is the fighter.
First personal foul.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
The first free throw is good.
Talk about a guy who comes in and goes to work. Bridges is humble, versatile, and he affects the game on both ends.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. Bridges hits them both.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
Now here's Johnson. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Watford the pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Off with the layup.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Smooth, and he banks in the layup. Smooth's got 9.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Nets trail by 15. Melton passes to Williams. Shoots over Robinson. Goes back up. Sharp, no good.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Outside Achua. Pass to Bridges. Outside McBride. Here's Smooth. No good on the triple. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 15-point game. Back to Melton. Williams on the wing. Stolen by Bridges. And now the Knicks on the break. Achua with the dunk.
Making his presence felt on the defensive end. Bridges, a quick switch kind of guy.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now here's Williams. Still without a bucket. Achua with a rebound.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
Nails it from 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Can they get it? Melton. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And so it's New York. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. New York leading by 21. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Martin in at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets 5.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Brunson against Russell. Pass to Johnson. Martin with the ball. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Russell against Brunson. Now it's Hart. Here's Smooth. He's got 17. Count it. Smooth's got 19 points.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Russell to pass to Thomas. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Hart can't hit. A difficult situation for Brooklyn. It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Russell. Fires for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Smooth. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Smooth's got 6 points in the quarter.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Russell against Brunson. 14 feet away. Here's Claxton. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Russell. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. And again, it's the Nets missing. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. Here's Smooth. And there it is for him. Smooth's got 23 points.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Thomas. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Here's Martin. They get the rebound. Claxton can't get it to go. The Knicks have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. 26 points for him.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Russell to pass to Martin. Lays it up and banks it in.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Russell against Brunson. Pass to Smooth. Bridges outside. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Smooth. The three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. You think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
It's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
And here's Brunson from the arc. The shot, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Thomas finds Russell. There's the drive. Thomas outside. Pass to Johnson. And here's Claxton. Here's Martin. That three's off the mark. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Smooth. The double clutch. And it's good on the layup. Smooth's got 13 points now in the quarter.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Well, Brooklyn's shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Here's Thomas. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hart passes to Brunson. Here's Smooth, covered by Johnson. Here's Smooth, lets it go from the wing. And no good! Trying to get down to the floor. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. New York out in front, delivering the blowout. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Knicks, Miles McBride is out there with Cameron Payne. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Precious Achua. And it's Bassie in at the 5. Now here's Melton. No luck on that one. Great D that time from McBride.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Payne. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. The ball's knocked loose. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, B.A., it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Pass to Bassie. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. And Anunoby for 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achua. That'll be a second foul of the game. The Nets have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Wilson passes to Melton. Over Anunoby. And that one hits the back iron.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Payne, the pass to Bassie. Anunoby against Melton. Good D by Melton.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
From 10 feet away. The shot by Johnson, no good. New York has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Payne against Johnson. Lets it fly from 18. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
And it's New York with a rebound. Achua's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Outside McBride. Back to Payne. Johnson with the defensive effort. And the Nets shooting just 21% from the floor. Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Pass to Watford. Fades away. Achua with the rebound. Achua's got 7 rebounds in the game. Johnson against Payne. McBride with it.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the switch here also for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Achua. Pass to Anunoby.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call. 2 shots.
At the line for the Knicks, OG Anunoby, shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There are so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
And the Nets making a change here. Russell is checked in.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And this isn't something we get to see every day, folks. This team has fought their way to an amazing 71 total wins this year. Unbelievable.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Smooth.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here's Russell after the basket by New York on the other end. The kick out to Johnson. Clock is at 3. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Now here's Payne. And a big finish by Robinson.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Sharp controls the rebound.
Big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. To walk in. To enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the
What advice would you give to people looking to squad up with 4 of their teammates and climb the leaderboards in Pro-Am?
The best piece of advice would be to become a specialist in the role you have. Just because there's a lot of folks that kind of want to be well-rounded, but in those competitive modes, everybody kind of has a role. Everybody can't be Giannis. Everybody can't be KD all on the same team.
And then as a follow-up, when you play with your friends, do you guys determine what builds you're bringing in based on what you're best at, or do you do it by what role you're playing?
Yeah, like one thing I mentioned is that it's tough to get.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the playoff intensity can be felt.
6-7.
Welcome everybody to the regular season. So here's Miami starting group. Tyler Hero at the wicket. And it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Ben Adebayo. And it's Will in at the pivot spot, manning the net. And for the Knicks, you got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. And it's Smooth in at the 3. Taking a look at New York. You know the confidence around this organization is extremely high. They feel like this is their series to lose.
And you know, they have an edge playing at home. They also probably have an edge in talent level. But I tell you what, any number of things can shift momentum in a series. You need to try and make quick work of this one and get to the second round.
Truly survive and advance, is it?
Amen.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And really gifted in terms of the physical attributes. And we really see that when Wiggins is out on the break.
Smooth. That one's in. He's fresh off this game.
And that's just showing out. He is too good with that crossover.
And here is Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Knocked away. It's all in by Carl Anthony Towns. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
New York ball.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Here's Smooth. Now the pass to Hart. Pocket 6. And Brunson has it in the corner. Here's Smooth. Rebound by the Heat. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.
I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Hart. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Brunson scanning the floor. Bucket is good.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
For Miami, they've gone 1 for 3 to start this one so far. Hero passes to Wiggins. Passes it to Adebayo. Required. It's good from long range.
Adebayo being aggressive there. Quick release on the catch and shoot.
The Knicks are gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. On T. Brunson. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
It's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Hero. Following the score by New York. Right wing to the inside. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go away.
Great feed there. Facilitate.
The Heat trail by 3. And Miami calls their first time
for the Heat. Fans, make some noise for your Knicks setting answer. Once again,
on the floor right now for the Knicks. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Smooth in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Adebayo. Anunoby sends it back. That's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Shot clock at 2. And it's Wiggins missing. Picked away. Ware lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Smooth. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range. Smooth's got the lead up to 43.
That's inexcusable. Contest the shot better than that.
That's the way to the paint. And it's Wiggins missing. The Knicks lead by 4.
And he's a very physical player. Someone that understands how to make defenders into fouls.
New York shooting their first free throw.
Jalen
First trip
Brunson
to the line in this one.
at the line, 2 shots.
One falls for Brunson.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Hard, he's checked in for New York. Now, here's Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. Towns with the steal. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Smooth in the last game against the Nets on his show. He ended up with 28 points and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. The key to the team's run is focus. They don't take anyone lightly.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching them completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game and just his overall.
Yeah, we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate.
Give it up for your team. Let's get up and
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
They are great, aren't they? Your Knicks, City Kicks.
Robinson against Bridges. Mitchell looking it over. Robinson finds Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Mitchell outside. Shoots over Brunson. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Number 43.
Just won't miss.
Knicks lead
This is
27-14.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Smooth. Count it. Mitchell's got his
Mitchell.
first points of the night.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by New York.
On deep, Brunson, and the Knicks hitting in from deep.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Heat trail by
Knicks
14.
lead 30-16.
Robinson passes to Ware. Wants it up for Wiggins, and Wiggins holds it down.
That's from
Verticality gives
Ware.
Wiggins the upper hand, almost unstoppable once he's midair.
On the wing, Bridges. From past the arc. Smooth misses. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Outside Robinson. On the wing, Mitchell. Brunson covering. Mitchell kicks to Robinson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Robbins is checked in for New York. Miles McBride comes in for Bridges. And a new group in for the Heat. And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks out front. They're up by 6. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
31.
Back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem lining up to the man.
First team foul.
For Miami, look at who they've got out there. Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Weir in at 7. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend the play.
The Heat trail by 8. Now Hero, 11 points in the game. Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. So it's Hardy who brings up the ball for New York. They've led by as many as 14 points. Smooth, that's good.
You know he's going to continue to win goals if that's how the Knicks lead.
And he's on 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Hero passes to Adebayo. It's rebounded by New York.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
For Miami, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Hero. It's rebounded by Towns.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this out. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Smooth, that's good. Smooth's got 5 points now.
And making 3 of those first shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The pass to Adebayo. Finish to Wiggins to end the run. Carl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Smooth, that's good.
Number 43.
It seems that every pass they make,
Knicks lead 46-31.
Here's the line to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his second basket of the night.
Knicks lead 48-31.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And the Heat call time here.
And the lack of rim protection
for your Knicks.
of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for Miami. Duncan Robinson comes in for Tyler Hero. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Mitchell outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the first foul you'll see in the NBA.
Coming out to the floor for your New York Knicks.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Achua, he's checked in for Smooth. Brunson kicks to Bridges. Just over 2.5. The Heat trail by 11. Smooth out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's McBride in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, Hero. After the miss from Smooth. chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Passes to Smooth. McBride with the ball. He's against Wiggins. And McBride gets it to go.
I love that they're continuing to attack.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Now, here's Mitchell. Left side, Hero. Over McBride. Gets rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low.
Miami foul. Dan Adebayo.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen?
First team foul.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Now, here's Mitchell. Tipped away. Brunson against Hero. Now, here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Misreads.
To contain it. Now, Hero dishes it to Wiggins. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And another miss. Way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Hero gets to Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo.
And that's now 9 points for Bam Adebayo.
Well, in the two-man game, Adebayo can play either role. This time he sets the screen, gets it back, and scores.
Here's Smooth. Double clutches. And the layup is up and in.
Mitchell, 69-52.
The Heat trail by 17. Hero passes to Wiggins. And you know that's going to be goaltending.
Goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Towns comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride. Here's Smooth. The shot, no good. Wiggins with some nice
remaining in the game.
For Miami, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter. So they are 2 of 6.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Here's Smooth. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat trail by 15. On the wing, Mitchell. Brunson covering. Here's Jovic. Adebayo on the foul.
Well, the activity that Dan plays with is special. He's always looking to grab an offensive rebound.
Pass to Smooth. And here is Hart. Here's Smooth. It's tipped.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in Game 1 of the series for New York.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And it's really got to feel very very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this game for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity. And honestly, maybe more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And one of the key components for this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Karl Anthony Towns.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
As they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front of this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
You can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA.
How to get better at everything on 2K, it really depends on where you want to start and where you're looking to go. So one thing I said in the video is if you're a point guard looking to navigate to another position like center, instead of just trying to learn in real time with your teammates, in that off time, it's good to go to a mode like play now, maybe go into an empty gym or go into the blacktop. Pick a player like Giannis if you want to work on your slashing ability. Pick a player like Jokic if you want to work on being able to run the offense from the center spot. Or
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We are set to bring you the action as round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs continues on 2K Sports. In this one, we'll see the New York Knicks against the... So look at our starters for the Heat. We've got Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the center position. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smooth in at the 3 spot. When you take a look at the Knicks, they did what they needed to do in game 1. Now they just have to keep it going.
They really do. I mean, the pressure is on them to keep home court advantage. This should be a tougher game than that first one.
Wiggins looking around. Blocked! Kicks it to Hero. For three, just 5 on the clock. Offensive board. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. New York with the ball. Here's Smooth. Laid it in with a nice touch on the window.
First bucket of the evening. Now both teams are really looking to accelerate matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Mitchell finds Wiggins. Good work defensively by
Bridges.
Next really defend off that concept by Mikal Bridges. That's a big-time play.
pass to Adebayo. And here's Wiggins. Now here's Hero. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Bridges.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
The Heat have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I just spoke with Tom Thibodeau. I asked him about why he's running for Tyler Hero. He told me about strategy, saying, we just have to cause problems for him on defense. Handing the face, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Brunson against Mitchell. And that one's good for Brunson.
Outstanding start with your 3 of your first 4.
Knicks lead 6-2.
Outside Mitchell. Hero against Bridges. Hero pass to Wiggins. And the 10-footer finds the target.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
Mitchell against Brunson. Here's Smooth. Right at the free throw line. And Hero grabs the board. The Heat have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Pass to Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Smooth. Driving to the basket. Count 2 for 4 for the field house.
Josh Hart's definition of unselfish. How about keeping his eyes up and finding his teammate?
Here's Ware.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hero finds Mitchell. Back to Hero. Wiggins from long range. The rebound by Bridges.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
And it's Miami with a rebound.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here's Wiggins. And he takes a fantastic lead pass. Up strong.
Mitchell.
Oh, the electricity of Andrew Wiggins can really elevate around the rim.
Timeout called, the Knicks.
I don't think this timeout was just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
A new lineup here for New York. The Knicks with the lead. Outside McBride. Anunoby on the wing. McBride passes to Anunoby. Outside Payne. Clock at 6. He gets it in there.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to take for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
1:03 left in the first. Here's Rozier. Second shot opportunity. Adebayo, that's good.
Adebayo just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And here's Payne outside. On target from Reed. Payne's got 5 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him over the zone.
13-8.
Rozier, pass to Jovic. Achua with a rebound.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
New York shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
OG Anunoby at the line, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
What's amazing about OG Anunoby, this guy one of the best wing defenders in the league. You almost have to game plan for what he brings defensively.
And he's good on the second. Heat trail by 6. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Robinson finds Rozier. Back to Robinson. Pass to Highsmith. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first.
Boy, he really wanted that shot. Trying to make
the end of the first quarter with the score.
And that concludes the first quarter play. New York out in front. They lead by 6. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum.
Did you see that?
Tyler Hero.
The ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam.
Number 43.
Tries to catch up with Allie LaForce.
My guys, even the last game, he got the job done. Picked up 18 points and knocked down his share of 3-pointers. That was a factor, too. His relentless approach has just worn teams out lately. He is winning the battle of wills.
Andrew Wiggins.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see if today is more of the same. He has to be excited by the challenge.
Oh, he should be. I mean, he's feeling good. He's playing good, so I know he's ready.
No doubt. He is locked in, seems so comfortable with where his game is at. Boy, has he been fun to watch.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. And it's good for 2.
Mitchell.
Mitchell's got his first basket. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, and these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power. You've got to love
14.
Pass to Ware. Down low. Here's Wiggins. Tries again. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
We're getting to the line at will nowadays. Wiggins wanting to improve his free throw percentage.
Massey, he's checked in for Towns. And he ends up missing both free throws.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
Number 43.
Defensive effort they need to cut it to the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
and anticipation to stop it. Smooth. Oh, and there's a one-hit jam.
Nice pass by Bridges. He's keeping his options open out there.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Wiggins for three. And it's New York with a rebound. And here the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. They get it back. Nice start for him. Taking his first shot.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Hero against Bridges. Hero, the pass to Mitchell. To halt the run. And again, no good by Miami.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Bassey. And the layup is good off the glass. Bassey's got the second bucket on the night.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Outside Mitchell. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins. And again, no good by Miami.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Here's Smooth. Goes back up. Bassey, good. Bassey's got 6.
They have no answer defensively.
14 called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
Timeout.
Yeah, and coach has to tell him to dial it back. He's trying to do too much. Going one-on-one, forcing bad shots, and it's really hurting this offense.
There's a minute 17 left in the first half of basketball. Rozier outside. Pass to Jovic. Here's Highsmith. To stop the drought. Again, the Heat misses.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
How high does OG Anunoby get to finish that pass? Wow.
Here's Jovic. Good work defensively by Robinson.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York leading by 18.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Unloads. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
I do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Brunson with it. He brings it up to the Knicks. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Smooth in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. 5 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Miami ball.
Hero with it. Pass to Wiggins. No good on the 3.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game. He's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Smooth, no good. Heat trail by 20. Hero with it. Here's Ware over Towns. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Right wing. And here's Brunson from the arc. Knocks down the long J. Brunson's got 7.
It's about the work for Jalen Brunson. He's put in a ton of time to knock down the shot.
When he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and the determined finisher. Nice. Time ball here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
For your Knicks City Kid. They are great, aren't they? Your Knicks City Kid.
Knicks leading by 21. From the arc. And again.
Their defense needs to be smart with those shooters.
Knicks lead.
Well, they need something to go with the gains of confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Inside. And it's Ware missing.
Boy, as slow a start as you can have, just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Distributing the ball to
Knicks lead. 22-16.
Pretty much in the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Smooth. Pounded by Wiggins. Smooth, no good. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Count the basket. He's got 12.
You look at the numbers tonight. When Wiggins asserts himself, he's painful to defend.
Pass to Towns. Here's Smooth. And the layup is good. Nice lead pass.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Bridges on the double. Wiggins from long range. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Smooth. And it's New York with another.
Torching a defense that simply has no answers.
Miami calls timeout.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Substitution on the court.
Clock keeps going.
2 minutes
3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes.
Rozier against Brunson. Rozier, right side. The shot off that time. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's McBride. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists here tonight.
As always, Jalen Brunson making the right play. This guy loves to set up his teammates.
Pass to Highsmith. Out left to the wing. Adebayo against Achua. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Robinson. Achua with a rebound. And here's New York now. They're on a 14-6 run. inside McBride. And here's Anunoby. Drops in the three. And Anunoby's got 6.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Knicks lead, 51.
Rozier against Brunson. To the middle. The shot won't fall. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
They're unconscious from outside. And so
Knicks
far,
lead,
the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And it's Brunson with the rebound. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 20-6 run. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Another one falls for New York.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Anunoby. Basket is good. Oh, the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 7 assists in the game. And so it's New York. Ahead by a mile with a 38-point lead at the end of the period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Terry Rozier. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Highsmith in a small forward position.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And there's the lob. Achua with the dunk.
Style is the vertical threat that is precious and true. That's a precious finish.
20.
Now Rozier, outside Love. Outside Anderson. Here he goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Kyle Anderson, anything but slow-mo on that one. Nice drive.
Pass to Achua. Outside Brunson. Achua inside. Anderson's there. That one drops for him.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
62-22.
Burks goes in. Love for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the long ball to try to keep up.
New York has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line on this one. Left side Brunson. Outside Achua. Up top Anunoby. Pass to Bassi. With the clock winding down. And he goes in for the dunk. That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Now here's Burks. Pass to Love. Here's the 3. Achua with a rebound. Achua's got 4 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Rozier. Left side Anderson. The Knicks pull it in. Bassi's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now Payne. Anunoby on the wing. Back to Payne. Pass to Achua. Here's Payne. Pounded by Rozier. Clock at 6. They get it back. Here's Bassi. That one goes in.
Charles
Bassi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Knicks lead 66. 25.
Refuses to give up on that
2
possession.
minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Achua against Burks. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bassi's got rebound number 11. Outside Achua. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Left side, Anunoby. Love grabs the miss. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
And so that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Knicks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
This team is playing with confidence and heart right now. They're in control of this series so far.
Take a break. No question. They are the more cohesive team.
Substitution.
Look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Smooth. A quick shot there. It's off target. Picked his pocket. And he drops in the lane.
Very little left on the clock.
Left side Anderson to the paint. Where? That's good.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Smooth. And he drives in, uses the glass on the layup.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
Left side Anderson, down low. Shots blocked. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Smooth. And play stops. A whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here's Rozier. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. And this win shows they have momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.